Hi there, it's Ange. Thank you for tuning into my channel. And today I'm going to be talking about the astrological events of the Grand Cross that just happened this weekend for June 4th and 5th of 2016. It happened during a Gemini full moon, so it's all about communication. And there's a lot of other aspects that also support the idea of communication and speaking and expressing our truth. And there's a lot of planetary alignments that is kind of emphasizing that area in a lot of our lives. So to begin, what is the sign of Gemini? Gemini is the sign of the twins, so it's a bit of a duality, and it's also a flexible sign. So a new moon in Gemini is asking us to be flexible in our ideas and in our communication. Also, the Grand Cross that happened was strategically placed, literally like a cross or maybe an X, in 4 specific planets. And these planets affected a lot of people's domestic, self, career, and love lives all at the same time. And so the retrogrades that we've had these past few months really brought this Grand Cross to a culminating point, pushing some of us to our limits, literally, in all 4 areas of our lives, so that we communicate what we want more, we speak our truth, and so that we can really manifest the things that we do want and get rid of the things that no longer serve us. So this is why it's also asking us to be flexible. And the Grand Cross is specifically affecting people with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Sagittarius, Gemini, Pisces, or Virgo, which are the signs of flexibility and adaptability. So the lesson here for all of us is to be more flexible, more adaptable in our beliefs, our perspectives of each other and of everyone, the whole on the earth, and to really look at things from a new perspective. This is also very significant and related to the 2 full moons in Sagittarius that we had in May and another one coming up this month. So Sagittarius is also a sign about speaking our truth, and when we have the full moon in Sagittarius, it's like an extra push for us to really go forward and speak what we want and our truth and our desires and communicate and look at kind of things at a higher perspective, which is a Sagittarian philosophical trait to have. So what's interesting for this most pivotal event of the whole year is that we've been leading up to it with the Mercury retrogrades. I even haven't made any videos. I've been very under the weather for reasons I don't know. And, finally I'm feeling a little bit more energy, and the communication wants to even come through me now. What I found most fascinating about this point, and so not a coincidence at all, while I've been under the weather, while the retrogrades were happening, I just was watching series and Netflix of X-Files, reruns, just lying there, resting and rerunning X-File episodes. And there's no coincidence that I was watching these X-Files while this Gemini new moon and full moon in Sagittarius is coming through. And I'm going to tell you why. Gemini, like I said, it's the planet of, or the sign of communication, sharing information. It's the sign of twins bouncing ideas off each other. And it's also the sign of partnerships, right? Twins, like business partners, married partners, contracts and agreements and things like that. So what is X-Files all about? If you look at it as an analogy of Scully and Mulder, they're like the Gemini twins, always bouncing off ideas off each other, mirroring each other's weaknesses. For example, Scully was always the more analytical side, Mulder was more of the philosophical side, and they always bounced ideas off each other to find the truth, right? Because X-Files is all about finding the truth, which is the Sagittarian influence that we have right now. So this exchanging of information, this Scully and Mulder kind of communication is the Gemini influence, and now we have the Sagittarian influence, which is also an X-Files analogy, is seeking higher truths, you know, looking through the perspective, speaking your truth, expanding your philosophical views, exploring ideas and situations. So Sagittarius is all about that. And so if you think about it as X-Files, this is kind of what the energy wants for us to do, is to have this Scully and Mulder hats on and to kind of investigate and explore and to, you know, speak your truth and exchange information within a partnership. How cool is that? So that being said, I did want to pull a card from the Energy Oracle cards because it's all about blue, right? Blue is symbolic of the Gemini, the Mercury, communication, and the throat chakra, right? So we need to expand our throat chakras right now. And so I decided to pick this deck, Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. And so I'm going to do a quick reading for everybody on how we can all expand our communication and our throat chakras right now and find the healing that we really need through this transition, especially for people who might be having a difficult time during this Grand Cross this weekend. So I'm just going to shuffle this deck and ask Spirit for some guidance for everybody involved on how we can all communicate and share our ideas and what's the wisdom that we can use until July. So, oh, looks like this card wants to come up. The Thinking Woman. This is very interesting. So, if you look at this card in itself, the Thinking Woman, what is that symbolic of? It's a woman holding a book, written book, in this background of an educational facility, like a high academic or philosophical mindset. And she's got flowers on her head, and she's wearing this beautiful gown as well. So I think what this means is that we all can kind of develop this philosophical, academic, exploring mindset to help us kind of understand our paths. And also it's a woman, right? It's a thinking woman, not a man. So it's really to get in touch with our intuition, with the moon cycles, with our expression through our heart chakras, to make it more of a sensitive and compassionate thinker. And I think that's a beautiful message for us all to kind of look forward in this Gemini new moon and full moon in Sagittarius this June 2016. So that being said, the last thing I wanted to share was some throat chakra affirmations that we can all use right now, and I think would be so awesome for me to share with all of you for my own healing and for everyone else's. So if we can all just quickly take a deep breath. Release. And these are affirmations I found on chakraanatomy.com, and I'm going to add the link below. And it's something we can all use maybe every morning during this time to help us with our expression, communication, our thinking, and expressing our ideas. So I am open to clear and honesty in my communication. I have the right to speak my truth. I communicate my feelings with ease. I express myself creatively through speech, writing, and art. I have a strong will that lets me resolve my challenges. I nourish my spirit with creativity. I live an authentic life. I have integrity. I love to share my experiences and wisdom, which is the thinking woman. I know when it is time to listen. I listen to my body and my feelings and know what my truth is. I take good care of my physical body, and I am at peace. So please say those affirmations during this time. I hope this helps you on your journey. And happy Gemini, Sagittarius, new and full moon. And I wish you a beautiful X-File-like, adventurous, exploring month ahead. So thank you again for tuning in. Take care. Much love.